Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, the 8th day of December 2022, Thursday of the second week of Advent, but today we celebrate one of the two great Marian feasts in the season of Advent. Today is the Solemnity of the Immaculate Conception. Monday will be Our Lady of Guadalupe, the second great Marian feast in this Advent season. Remember, Advent is not about Mary, it's about Jesus. She figures in, yes, but it's always about Jesus. But we honor Mary twice in this season. And again, patron of the United States is the Immaculate Conception. Patron of the Americas will be Our Lady of Guadalupe. So important day to celebrate. So coming to you from the breezeway between Clare Hall and the church, as you can see, the Francis Garden, that's what I'm calling it. Francis Garden is coming in very, very well. The carnelians are coming into bloom, kind of just past bloom right now. I think they are carnelians, right? Yeah. So just a wonderful little place. And it's not a rainy day today. So once we hit a few of the dry spells, wonderful place to sit here in this newly developed passageway between the church and the preschool. Today we have special readings from the Immaculate Conception, but the one that is great is the Annunciation, in which basically the proclamation to Mary that she will bear the Messiah is made by the angel Gabriel. Important to remember, what are we celebrating today? Again, this solemnity is technically both ancient and new. It is ancient in the sense that there was an idea of Mary's specially chosenness. What that actually means was never ever clarified until you get to the Middle Ages. And again, that chosenness having to be the fact that she has to be sinless to be able to bear one who is without sin, Christ. But yet it was never really accepted. And the Dominicans did not accept it at all. We as Franciscans did. And again, we did in a way that kind of maybe complicates, things. And so debates went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Not until the mid-1800s does it become dogma that Mary is sinless. Now, what does that do in a lot of ways? Well, it makes Mary special, which is fantastic and wonderful, but it also kind of makes it seem as though God cannot use humanity for anything. And as humanity as it is not worthy to bear the Messiah, so we have to make humanity extra special, which is where we come in with Mary being sinless. Now, again, you cannot redeem something that is already broken and terrible, because there has to be no hope for it. So what's going to change in us if we're not starting out sinless, as Mary is being told to start out as? And so it creates like a whole bunch of theological problems that we really don't need to go into and basically spend so much time with. The other thing too, again, if sinlessness means never making a mistake, if sinlessness means perfection, then if we look at the Gospels, Mary isn't necessarily always demonstrating perfection and never making a mistake. Big case in point, is always leaving Jesus behind for a number of days after a trip to Jerusalem, and as Joseph and Mary are making their way back to Nazareth, they just kind of remember after a couple of days, there ain't no Jesus with them. Again, a perfect person, a person who is without making mistakes, who is sinless in that regard, would never make such a mistake. So what is the Blessed Mother doing? Again, how sinless is she? How perfect is she? Et cetera, et cetera. We can, again, go crazy trying to find, answers to all these things. What is important and what comes from Scripture and what we have constantly basically been taught to try to understand, again, is that Mary never gives up on God, because God never gives up on Mary, in the same way that God never gives up on us. And that Mary trusts, even when it seems ridiculous and stupid, and even when Mary goes to visit her cousin Elizabeth after the Annunciation, Elizabeth is the one who calls her blessed because she believes that the promises that God has made to her will be fulfilled. Again, it doesn't mean that she's going to see them, doesn't mean that she's actually going to experience them, but she knows that those promises will be fulfilled. And that is what matters. It's that kind of trust, it's that kind of faithfulness, it's that kind of tenacity, it's that kind of hope, it's that kind of understanding of what it means to be a person who lives the life of God, is that we do not give up. We never give up. In the same way that God does not give up on us, so we must not give up on each other. We must not give up on where it is that we find ourselves and what God asks us to do. We must constantly always believe and have faith and trust, again, that God knows what God is doing, and that even through our mistakes, even through our brokenness, even through all the things that we get wrong in life, God will be able always to use us and to use who and what we are and what we have been created created to be, because that creation comes from God in God's self. To be that image and likeness of God is, again, what Advent asks us to remember, to reflect upon, to embrace once again, what that means for us, what that means for our world, what that means for our destiny and future as human beings. To focus on the fact that we are made in God's image allows us to have hope and to have a future, allows even those mistakes that we make in our lives to not be something that stops us from entering into the life of God, but helps us to know ourselves better, so that life of God may flourish within us. And may the Lord give you his peace.